Jafri, I received money in my account today, Jafri. Was it you? Feels-
Yes, sir.
It feels very good, when you open your account and you see some money there. Oh, good. So, yesterday we were reading the text. We opened the book. So, people, Arish, very quiet, Arish.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Oh, not
Good
okay.
evening, sir.
Good evening, Jishan.
How are you, sir, today?
You seem sick. You seem sick.
I've got cold. You were not here last night, were you, Arish?
No, I was not.
You didn't see me sneezing so much. I was sneezing yesterday as well.
Okay.
All right, people. So the dwarf shouted at them for cutting his beautiful beard. They met the dwarf many times that summer, and he was always rude. Then one day, when they saw him, he looked terrified. He said he had run miles to escape from a dangerous bear. Then the girl's friendly bear appeared. The dwarf begged him to eat the girls, not him. But the bear hit him with his big paw and killed, killed him. Killed him. Okay. Suddenly, killed him. Okay. Suddenly, there was no bear, just a handsome prince. Suddenly, there was no bear, just a handsome prince.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Sumit. Suddenly, there was no bear, just a handsome prince. Suddenly, there was no bear, just a handsome prince. The prince explained. Suddenly, there was no bear, just a handsome prince. The bear had turned into a handsome prince. The prince explained how the dwarf, number 16,
Had stolen.
had stolen his treasure and turned him into a bear. Now the dwarf was dead and the spell was broken. Now the dwarf was dead. What is the part of a speech of the word dead?
Adjective, sir.
It's an adjective, right? The dwarf was dead. A dead body, okay? A dead horse, Okay. Dead is an adjective. It describes nouns. And the spell was broken. Snow White married the prince, and Rose Red marries his brother. Okay. And they all lived happily ever after. Okay. How do you like this idea? Two sisters marrying two brothers. Do you find it romantic? Do you know any families where two sisters are married to two brothers?
We rarely
And
see it in India, sir.
a lot of people in India are of the opinion that we will not give two daughters in the same house, in the same family. If one girl has gone in one house, then they want to send their other girl, their other daughter, to some other family, not into the same family. My silly joke here is they know that their daughters are very quarrelsome, and they know that they will make each other's lives very difficult, so they don't do this. They say go fight with somebody else, not with your own sister. That's why, maybe.
In my neighborhood, there is one family, sir, with the
There is
same
such.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us a little more.
I do not have much knowledge about my neighbors, sir.
Whatever you know, tell us.
Okay, so I asked my friend about their story. So he told me that one after the marriage, younger brother of the bride liked her sister, and they fell in love, and they started talking, and they decided to marry, and their
The
family
younger
had no problem
brother
in it.
of the groom or the bride?
Of the grooms.
Okay, the younger brother of the groom, the younger brother of the husband,
Yeah,
liked his brother's wife's sister, the sister of
yeah.
his brother's wife. So they got married too.
Because their family found no issues in it, so
Their
they
families
all were
also
ready.
agreed. They found no issues.
Yeah,
They gave their consent. They gave their
yeah.
approval. They gave their approval. हाँ,
Approval.
हाँ, कर लो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. They gave their approval. So first marriage was mainly arranged. The second was love come arranged.
Yeah, love come arranged.
That was interesting. I didn't ask you to do this page, did I? No. Okay. A lot of people are absent. Hey, okay. I hope I will sneeze less often today than yesterday. We are going to talk about conjunctions today. Remember the driver and the professor's story? Yes, I did. And here you are. Joining words, linking words are called conjunctions. These words join. Higgs didn't like flying, so he traveled by car. So the word so here is the conjunction. Higgs didn't like flying, so he traveled by car. There are two clauses. One clause is Higgs didn't like flying. He traveled by car. You decide how they should be joined, how they should be connected. The conjunctions show a certain relation between the two clauses. Here, the word show, so suggests this was the result. Why did he travel by car?
Good
Because he
evening.
like
He
flying.
didn't like flying.
So tell us a little bit about the party. You're so prepared to go to the Yasmin, ma'am. What was it about? Was it a birthday party, an anniversary? What did you do there? Who did you go with? Tell us the whole story. Tell us everything.
Good evening. There was a birthday party in the club near my house, so we were going to attend there. But actually, it was my anniversary yesterday.
Law. I knew something was different. I'd never seen you so prepared. Yes, Sabha ma'am has been absent, and I have no idea why she has been absent. She hasn't approached me about her, absence. So, Yasmin ma'am, I want to tell you this. I had a little bit of an feeling that something was different. So, first of all, belated happy anniversary. How many years did you complete yesterday?
Sir,
How many years did you complete yesterday?
22.
22 years.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, interesting. Congratulations again. Other people, don't you want to wish her? You know that it is her,
Congratulations, Yasmin ma'am,
and
Congratulations, ma'am.
being quiet. What does
for
it show?
completing 22 years of your happily married life.
How do you
Thank
know it
you.
was happily married or not? Arish? Huh?
The relation says, sir, because it has been
And
more than
smile
20
shows
years.
that she talks about it, right?
Yeah,
And the way she was prepared yesterday, she was ready. Oh my goodness. Everybody saw that, right?
I didn't
Guys,
see her.
we have the recording. Go watch her, face yesterday, the party face.
Actually, we both wear new dress on our anniversary.
I think you should share a photo. Hey, Kushi. I think you should share a photo with us in the group of you and your husband together. What do you guys say?
Yeah, would you mind sharing
Yeah,
us?
yeah, that is our treat. If you don't throw a party for us, no problem. Share a photo of you with your husband together. By the way, guys, I want to tell you, her husband is also a very tall, handsome man. 22, Kushi.
Actually, he's tall. He's 5 feet 9 inches.
Yeah, and a gentleman. And he's very slim. He has maintained his slimness
No,
now.
no, he's not
Now,
slim.
not so
Sir,
slim.
if he is very
Get
slim
the
and
photo.
he
Get
is
the
a
photo.
tall
He
man,
looks slim, tall and slim.
We will find it in the picture, sir.
sir,
Yes, find it
he
in
could
the.
have joined the army.
Arish, that was a silly, silly comment. I mean, every tall man has to join the army. Interest doesn't matter, huh?
Uh,
Because you're tall, join the army.
It matters, sir, but
Arish
he
is
has
saying
height.
that he doesn't want to go into the army. He's short. He says, Mera number nahi aayega. All right. So, Khushi Sharma, अगर आज आपका पेट खराब हो, if you have an upset stomach again, if you have pain in your stomach again, or what do you call it, stomach ache again, then you know who to blame, right? Like last time. Okay, let's see, everybody. So we were talking about conjunctions. Conjunctions are linking words. They link two ideas, okay? So when we have two clauses like this, he traveled by car, Higgs didn't like flying. So we can connect these, two clauses in many ways. Shouldn't have shared. I made a mistake. Khushi, you should say, I made a mistake. I did mistake नहीं. फिर से याद कर लो दोस्तों, जब आपको मैं feedback दूं ना, what is the secret to fast learning? You see, when your teacher gives you any sort of feedback, make sure that feedback is pretty well loaded in your mind somewhere, okay? And you keep it there so that you can apply it later. So we don't say did mistake, we say made a mistake. इसके explanation देता हूं, थोड़ा सुन लो. Did a mistake भी बोलोगे तो पर भी wrong. Did a mistake, made a mistake. Because the verb is make here. With mistake, what is the verb we use? Make, not do. We don't do a mistake. We make a mistake.
Make a
Point
mistake.
one. Two, galti, is a noun. But the problem is, if you learn pen means kalam, then you're wrong. You can't use pen in the sentence. So galti means mistake. That's wrong. You have to learn a mistake. Galti means a mistake. So you can't say make mistake. You have to say make a mistake because mistake is singular. Mistake is
Singular.
a singular. So singular nouns cannot be used without an article a, without a determiner. Okay, without a determiner. I made a mistake. In Hindi, मैंने गलती की. I made a mistake. I made a lot of mistakes. I made some mistakes, but I made a mistake, singular. Okay, I made a mistake. You can't say I made a mistake. I made a mistake. A is very important. Rosanna, I
Sir,
shouldn't
have to share or have shared?
have shared, shouldn't have shared, shouldn't have
Shared.
shared,
Okay.
shouldn't have shared,
Okay.
shouldn't have shared the photo. Okay. So shouldn't have, past tense, you did something and you are regretting it. Okay. I shouldn't have joined your class, like this, regret. Okay. I shouldn't have joined your class. Zafri is saying no, that's wrong. Okay. So I shouldn't have listened to your advice. I shouldn't have listened to your advice. Maybe you listened to somebody's advice and it didn't help you. It backfired. You got in a bigger problem. Then you say, shouldn't have listened to you. Tani, you're going to use this line a lot of times. Guys, in next 2 years, you're going to use this structure a lot of times. Shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. Yes, yes, you shouldn't have messaged me about your absent today. Absence, my absent or my absence? There are two words. Absence and absent are two words. My absence. Absent is an adjective. You can't say my absent, my absence. So the more you communicate with me, guys, the more you will learn because every sentence you speak or write will have a few mistakes there. And I'll tell you what the mistake is. And then because you are smart people, thankfully in this class, I've got smart people. Okay. So smart people understand the feedback. In some classes, I give my feedback and it falls on deaf ears. They don't understand. They don't pay attention. They repeat the same mistakes again and again, again and again. Okay. They keep doing the same thing. So what can I say? I feel frustrated, no doubt. But I also understand it is their limitations that they are unable, or sometimes it is just their carelessness, not their limitations. Okay. So, yeah, make mistakes so that you can learn. Absence, absent, my absence. Okay. So, Rosanna, I've shared the recording. Rosanna yesterday told me that the class was very interesting. So, and unfortunately, I have been in bed all day almost. Just in the afternoon, I started teaching, came up here. Otherwise, I was lying in bed all day, feeling very tired. When you have this flu type, symptoms, you don't feel like doing anything. Your joints hurt, you have body ache, your whole body aches. Your whole body aches. Every part of the body, hurts, aches. Okay. It aches. Your body aches. Okay. So yeah, that's why I couldn't send it earlier, but I hope you guys will watch it, those who were not here yesterday. What do I now teach you? The conjunctions. Listen. Different conjunctions can join the same ideas, but the meaning can change. I told you, these conjunctions tell you the relation between them. Higgs didn't like flying, so he traveled by car. So he's traveling by car was a result of a situation. What was that situation? That he didn't
That he
like?
didn't like flying
Okay. And as a result, he traveled by car. So
car.
that's the connection because of the word so. But can we only use so? Can we not use other words? We can. We can use some other linking words, some other conjunctions, and they will change the relationship between the two clauses. Think about it. Later. Let's continue with this. He had his own driver. He had his own driver. He had his own driver because he was too tired to drive. Now, because gives you the reason. Why did he have his own driver?
Because he was too tired to drive.
And when I ask, why didn't he like flying? Can you answer this question? Do you have the answer here? Do you have the
No,
answer
sir.
here? No, we don't have the answer. The question is, why didn't he like flying? We don't know. But what did he do because he didn't like flying? What was the
He
result?
traveled
He traveled by car.
car. He traveled by car.
So we can ask, why did he travel by car? Why did he travel? Why did he travel? Did he travel? You know, my foreign students don't struggle. Okay, they don't struggle at all. They know these things. Their problem is lack of exposure to English because English is a foreign language to them. You know, Rosanna got exposed to English in her late life when she was in her 60s. Okay, before that, she didn't have anything to do with English. We have had so much of exposure all our childhood, all our lives, because we live in India. In India, English is an official language. But somehow we do not pay attention to the basic rules. And this is, he traveled will never be he traveled in a question. In a question, it will change into did he travel? That's one thing everybody should know. No matter what your question asks, the question will be, did he travel? How? How did he travel? By car. Why
By
did
car.
he travel? Why did he travel by
Because
car?
because he didn't like flying.
Yeah. He had his own driver because he was too tired to drive. Although it seems a difficult question, the answer is simple. Now, see, the conjunction here is not necessarily in the middle. That's the point. You guys will think because it is a linking word, so it should be in the middle so that it can link. No, it can be here as well in the at the beginning of the sentence. Now, this sentence can be written slightly differently, but let's continue with this. Although it seems a difficult question, the answer is simple. So, although word is connecting them. You'll say, how is it connecting? It's not in the middle. It is in a way. The answer is simple, although it seems a difficult question, but this is more acceptable pattern. You start the sentence with although it seems a difficult question. Now it doesn't matter that it seems a difficult. The answer is simple. So when you write something with although, it becomes kind of irrelevant. Although I'm sick, I'm teaching. Now my being sick becomes irrelevant, right? Because I'm still in the class, I'm teaching. So although word is used when you want to suggest that there is a situation, but that situation doesn't really have an impact. It doesn't count. The situation is there. The situation exists. The action happened, but the action is not really having an impact. Although she loves me, she doesn't want to marry me. Now, what's the point? She loves me, right? But she doesn't want to marry me. So, guys, give me a sentence with although, everybody, so that you guys can feel comfortable with the word although. The idea, whatever you connect with although, will not have any bearing. The next part
Sir,
will.
although he have a graduation degree, but although he have a graduation degree, he is unable to answer basic questions related to his
Right.
subject.
Very good. Now, notice one thing Sumit did by mistake. He put the word but, then he stopped himself because you can see there is a comma. There is no but. This is the most common mistake people make because those who speak Hindi, they just naturally feel the need to say but there. Naturally, okay? And it comes out so easily. But you have to learn not to use but when you have already said although. If you want to use but, all right, drop this although. It seems a difficult question, but the answer is simple. Although junk food is tasty, okay, it affects our health. Oh, good. Keep going, people. I want to hear sentences from you, from your life, from your experiences. Not just example sentences. Although. Want to say something?
Although it was
You go on.
although it was a small achievement, it
Mm.
gave immense pleasure to me.
Okay, very good. Although it was a small achievement, it gave me immense joy, confidence, pleasure. Okay, whatever. Okay, good job. Although Yasmin ma'am is in her 40s, yesterday she looked like a newly married woman. Although, did you notice? First part didn't well happen. She looked like a newly married woman. So her being in her 40s did not have any bearing. Although we rarely see each other, we are still good friends. Friends, Aisha beta, friends. We are good friends. We are good friends, right? We are
Sir,
good.
mm,
Yes.
sir, although she is fat,
Mhm.
she can run fast.
That's amazing. Her fatness is not a point here, a factor here. It doesn't have any bearing. So whenever you say something with although, it is kind of irrelevant. It becomes irrelevant. It is true, but irrelevant. Although she is fat, she runs pretty fast. Although I'm tall, I'm shortest at home. Although you're tall, you are the shortest in your family at home. Okay. Keep going. Okay, Kushi, try and say something that doesn't have a bearing. I know what you're saying. This sentence is okay, but it is not very clear about the idea that I'm trying to highlight is not very obvious. You said, although my dress is baggy, I wore it. So I'm assuming from this sentence that you don't like wearing baggy dresses. Okay? You don't like wearing baggy clothes. Then this sentence has a good meaning. Okay? For example, although my dress is baggy, I am wearing it. Okay, it means the idea is that it being baggy was a problem, but it didn't matter. You still wore it. Okay, so think of something more obvious, something that people can easily understand. Okay, something that is more obvious. The contrast between the two things. Although I love my brother, Kushi, think about it. You love your brother, and you fight, right? So don't you see there is a contrast there? Go ahead. Other people, everybody, I want all of you to think of example sentences with although. Tell me it is too difficult, and then I'll take the control. But I think you guys understand. That's why I'm asking you. Two things which contradict each other. One, the first part that you say with although, yes, Aisha, although she studied hard, okay, yet she failed. Okay, although she studied, yet she failed. Okay, so in place of still, she still failed. That sounds better. Okay, or you could say yet she failed. Aisha, although she studied, yet she failed. Kushi, opposite. What didn't have a point? You wanted a break, didn't matter. Kushi, you wanted a break, didn't matter, right? So you should say, although I wanted a break, I'm having the class. I'm attending the class. Okay? See, what didn't matter for you? You are in the class, right? You are in the class. So the fact that you wanted a break doesn't have any bearing on this. Okay? It became kind of irrelevant. So you should say, although I wanted a break today, I'm still in the class. Yasmin ma'am, she writes, although I'm in my late 40s, I'm attending the class. Why are you highlighting that late 40s? You could have stayed with just 40s, ma'am. You could have just stayed with 40s. Okay. I don't want to sound silly. Otherwise, I always have something silly to say. That's how I am. And I think this is one big problem. I always have something silly to say. You're not mentioning late, could have helped so many people here, I'm just joking. Okay, forget it. Next.
Although the exam question was very easy, still some student failed.
Oh, okay. Instead of still, use the word yet. Okay. Although the
Yet.
exam question was very easy, yet a lot of students failed. Very good, Rukaiya. See, the questions were easy, didn't really have any bearing. The students failed. Okay. So although the exam questions were very easy, a lot of students failed. If you want to use another, you can use the word yet. Yet a lot of students failed. Carry on.
Although I had a fever yesterday, I could not
Hmm.
stop myself from having an ice cream. Some ice cream.
No, an ice cream is fine, Arish, because an ice cream is an ice cream too. So there is ice cream
Okay.
is both countable and uncountable. Although Arish was sick yesterday, he did not stop himself from having an ice cream. Very good.
Sir, although everyone was clear about the instruction, the staffs gave all the instructions again.
Okay, very good. Although everybody was confident, everybody knew that they understood the instructions, the instructions were very clear to everybody. The staff, okay? The staff explained it again, all over again, right? Although I'm in my 40s, my face looks like in 30s. Thank you, Khushi. Thank you very much. More people, more examples. Ye wala acha tha. You understood this. Like my being in 40s is not really affecting this, right? Although I'm in my 40s, my face still looks like in my 30s. Okay. Carry on, people. Zafri, Sanjeev, what's your face looks for the simple reason, Khushi. S is used with he, she, it. S is used with he, she, it. My face is it, singular. It, singular. My face is singular. And that's why S. He, she, it plus S. It looks, your face looks. Carry on, people. Carry on, people. Although I'm chubby, I like junk food. Okay. Now, again, she's saying, although I'm chubby, I like junk food. Okay. So basically, oh, I cannot. Is there another thing I can do? Though everybody is informed that not to turn the camera off, they still do. Yet, please, everybody, in the sentence which starts with although, stop using still and use the word yet. Okay. Although I fight with my husband, I respect him a lot. Very good, Tani. And it has started already, Tani. I thought it would
Yes,
happen a bit late.
yes,
You know,
you
after,
always.
It is too fast, sir.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Too soon, nah?
He did me a lot, sir. That's why I fight with him.
Sorry, did you say something?
He teases me a lot every time. That's
He
why I
teases
fight.
her. What happened in every marriage? That day I was saying,
Okay. You know what? I have aggressive thinking.
What?
she said,
He makes me, he makes me very aggressive, sir. You know what? I am very aggressive girl.
You are an aggressive girl?
Yes, sir.
Tani, did you complete your pag phera?
Yeah. I
Uh,
went to the house on for 2 days.
did you do, what should I say? Bartan chuna like that?
Yeah.
That
Some
means you have started cooking. Cook.
Khushi, although I love him, he cheated on me. Tense is not right, okay? Because you are saying love him. Okay, you should have said loved him because you want to keep it in past. Okay. All right. If you say love him, then you should say he has cheated on me because you want to keep it in the present. Okay. Otherwise, it becomes a little not very, correct. But you tell me, you're loving him. Okay, there is a link. There is a link that somebody loves you, then you shouldn't cheat on. Okay. So this didn't matter that you loved him. He still cheated. He cheated on you. Yet he cheated on you. Okay. So although I loved him, he cheated on me. Okay.
I think she said tease, not cheat.
देख लो भाई देख लो भाई देख लो भाई देख लो what Kalpana di
Yes,
okay
sir.
you should see she has written cheated not teased. Okay, you are an eyewitness. Okay, Lucky is an eyewitness. I'm reading exactly what she wrote.
I think she said tease, not cheat, sir.
He's talking about time.
Tani. I'm talking about Khushi's sentence. Okay, not Tani.
Okay, okay.
Oh, there was such a big misunderstanding. All right.
It's because of your great focus.
All right. I'm in my late 40s. These things will happen now.
And sir, I would like to see her marriage picture. Say her.
Arey Zafri, you rocked it, man. Although I want to give an example, I can't. But you should not use able to do. Can't. I can't do it. Able and can't are the same thing, okay? So can't and able, don't use them together. I'm not able to do it. I'm not able to do it, or I can't do it now because I'm riding a bike. Although I want to give an example, I can't do it because I'm riding a bike. This was the best. What do you say? Although I want to give an example, I can't. And he's already given example through this. Okay, good. So I guess although is not really that difficult, is it? What is the main idea of although? That the two clauses contradict each other. They contrast each other, right? And the part which you have with although did not have a bearing on the final thing. For example, although I am not very well, yet I'm teaching. Okay. You are in a very noisy place. All right. So let's move on and go to some more conjunctions that we have studied. Okay. When, while, before, after, as, until, and as soon as are conjunctions of time. Conjunctions of time. So they will talk about sequence. They will talk about sequence or actions happening simultaneously. Okay. Some things like this. Conjunction of time. As soon as they arrived at the university, they swapped clothes. Did they wait for a little bit time?
No, sir.
Arish has written one more example. Although I was not very comfortable to talk in English until some years ago, Arish, although I was not very comfortable to talk in English until some years ago, it is now the second
It is no comfortable
for me to
language for me.
to talk to or talk in.
Talking, sorry. Yes.
Okay.
Talking.
I would suggest from now on that you guys write examples not in the chat box, because chat box examples are not there. In the Telegram group, it will stay, and you guys can maybe improve those sentences later on if there are mistakes. What do you suggest? Isn't it a better idea to write examples where in the group instead of the chat box? Because Jishan, Razana, do you guys have examples?
I think that will take more time.
Writing on Telegram.
Then you will go there and you will check.
No, it's right
can
here.
see from
It's already open here. The Telegram video is open here. It shouldn't be an issue at all, neither for you nor for me. Okay, Tani, your sentences, he feels very worried. He feels very worried. I understand this much. But then, again, do you want to say? Because I'm so far, he's so far from me. He feels very worried because I'm very far from him. Why did you write too far from me? He feels very worried, too far from me. Why are you saying this way? Why don't you keep it simple? He feels very worried because I'm very far from
Because
him.
I'm very far
Because we are
from
far
him.
from each other. Because we are far from each other. Although my papa shows that he's who is happy? He is happy now.
Yeah.
He shows that he is happy. तुमने I लिख दिया बेटा कैसे होगा ये?
Sorry.
My papa shows that he is very happy. Although my
Very
papa
happy.
that is very happy, he feels very worried because I'm very far from him. You guys are getting there where you can, express simple sentences, simple ideas in these sentences, okay? You're getting there. Just keep working. Don't give up. So some conjunctions are called conjunctions of time here. Okay, take a look. When, while, before, after, as, until, as soon as. These are called conjunctions of time. As soon as they arrived at the university, they swapped clothes. So there were two things happened. One, they arrived at the university and then they swapped clothes. Was there any gap between the two actions? No, this highlights that there wasn't much of a time gap. As soon as they arrived at the university, they started clothes. As soon as I joined the class, my mobile phone turned off. As soon as, okay? So as soon as means there was no time gap between the two actions. Okay, to highlight that there was no time gap, you can use as soon as.
As soon as I arrived home, it started raining.
Very good, very good. As soon as you arrived home, it started raining. Khushi, use the chat room, use the telegram, okay, to write your sentences.
As
And
soon as I entered the class today, you were sneezing.
I found you sneezing. I saw you sneezing, okay? You were sneezing just for the flow, for the sake of the flow, okay? Khushi, arrive in is not good English when you're talking about rooms, hotels, schools. Arrive in is used when you're talking about cities, villages, countries. Okay? If you want to use small places, use arrive at. As soon as I arrived at the room, I joined the class.
So as soon as I attended the class yesterday, sir started saying to be on camera.
What I have to use in place of arrive?
Uh, I just said that arrive in is used when you want to talk about arrive in a city, arrive in a country, arrive in a town, arrive in a village. You can
Okay.
use arrive in. But when you're talking about small places like buildings,
Arrived at.
hotels, schools, college, restaurants, cinemas, class, your room, then you can say arrive at. Now, please do not delete these files. Okay, that's the point. Make notes, study hard, and don't forget these things because these things are going to matter in exams. Okay, people. So, as soon as, no problems here?
No.
As soon as they got the holiday, they left for their homes.
As soon as
They got a holiday.
they got holidays, okay.
They left for their homes.
What? Oh, you mean to say where their original homes were, like they belonged, right? They were perhaps living somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I understand. Okay. The people were not working in their hometown, they were working somewhere else. Aisha Bita, use the Telegram group if you're writing sentences, okay? Everybody, those who are writing, write in the Telegram group so that other people can also read and it stays there so that you can edit and correct it later if there are mistakes. As soon as I saw him, I knew there was something wrong. Very good, Aisha. Yeah, as soon as I saw him, I knew there was something wrong. But I have to insist, people who are off camera, Zafri is off camera, Sahir, Sanjeev, Why are you off camera, Sanjeev? Yeah. Yesterday he was, he was pretending not to be there. Sanjeev,
Yeah, I'm here, sir.
what did you do yesterday? I put everybody in the breakout room. You didn't go, and you were here, and you were pretending as if you were not. The day before yesterday. Yeah, please say something about that.
The day before yesterday.
Means you did that, so you should know whether it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. That's not the point. The point is you were pretending not to be here while you could hear me.
Okay.
So what do you have to say about that? Why did you do that? And why are you behaving this way? Not active, not visible, like other people look at them all. And why are you behaving this way? Not a single word you come into the class. You don't say hello to me. You don't say hello to anybody. You contribute nothing with your comments. Why do you think this is how you should study? Sanjeev.
Okay.
Not okay. I'm asking you a question. Are you going to respond?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. It's okay, Aisha. Yes, Sanjeev.
What could I say, sir?
Answer the question. Yeah.
Nice.
Why are you studying in a different way from others? Others are visible. They are on camera. They are on mic. They talk. You do nothing. You come here. You are invisible. You're always on mute. Sometimes the whole class passes and you don't say a word. You don't even salute us. You don't even say greetings, the basic greetings. Hello, hi. You don't say goodbye when we are leaving. Nothing. Why is that?
This is some busy, sir.
ये बिजी होने के लिए हेलो बोलना छोड़ देते लोग.
No, sir. You are like a.
वही बहुत बोल रहे हो. रात में कोई ठेका वेका पे काम करे क्या?
No, sir. Not like that.
बिजी है रात में 7:30 8 बजे. हाँ, what's going on?
हटाना पड़ेगा गोदरेज ना मेरा
I'll tell you in privately, sir.
In private or privately? Either in private or
Yeah.
private. Not in privately. In private or
Okay.
private. Okay, fine. Let's go to page number 150.
Not like that.
Okay.
What happened, Sanjeev?
People will help you, don't worry. So, 9. Yeah.
I have example, sir. As soon as
In Ramadan,
As-
as we hear the Maghrib Azan, we start eating. Lovely. As soon as we hear the Maghrib Azan, we start eating. We break our fast. We break our fast. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. 9.2, joining word. We have to pay some attention to some very big important rules here, guys. One is the meaning, how these words impact the meaning of the sentence. When I arrived home, Tom was cooking the meal. So when normally refers to a moment. Here in this sentence, when refers to a moment. When I arrived home, what was Tom doing? Tom was cooking the meal. So when I arrived home refers to a moment, does it? Does it not? When I arrived home, Tom was cooking the meal. Now notice if when can be used to refer to a duration as well. When can be used to refer to both a moment and a duration. However, while can only be used to refer to a duration. See, Tom was talking to me while he was cooking the meal, and both these things happen simultaneously. Tom was talking to me while he was cooking the meal. So he was cooking the meal and talking to me, both the things he was doing. Tom was talking to me while he was cooking the meal. You can use the word when here as well. Tom was talking to me when he was cooking the meal. However, the idea of duration is better conveyed by the word while. Okay? So Tom was talking to me while he was cooking the meal. I was driving while I was on call. Yes, Khushi, that's right. So while suggest, two things happening at the same time. Okay. It has other uses as well, guys. It is not the only use, okay? But this is the most basic thing we need to learn. And later, in days to come, I'll teach you other uses of while. It shows contrast as well. Another use is contrast, okay? Later. As soon as I arrived home, Tom started cooking the meal. As soon as I arrived home, Tom started cooking the meal. So Tom did not wait. I reached his home and he started cooking the meal. As soon as I arrived home, Tom started cooking the meal. Actually, it was my home, okay? Because I'm saying as soon as I arrived home. So maybe Tom and I lived together. So as soon as I arrived home, Tom started cooking the meal. There was no gap. Tom cooked the meal after I arrived or after I had arrived home. Now, in both these sentences, technically, the sequence is the same. Sequence is the same. First, I arrived, and then Tom cooked the meal. Okay. However, when I say as soon as, it emphasizes that there was no gap. Right? I reached, and he started. That's the idea. Here, we don't emphasize the time gap. We are only saying that sequence is this. Tom cooked the meal after I arrived. Withered, murjha gaya. Okay. Tom cooked the meal after I arrived. You can use either here. I arrived or I had arrived. It doesn't matter because everybody understands the sequence. So even if you do not use the past perfect, nobody will misunderstand this. Do you understand, everybody? I'm just trying to highlight how had arrived is not necessary here. You're not obligated to use it. You don't have to use I had arrived. You can stay with I arrived as well. Why? Because there is no confusion about the sequence. Tom cooked the meal after I arrived. First I arrived and then Tom cooked the meal. Next, he had cooked the meal before I arrived home. Here it is necessary.
Sir, had is wrong here or
Where?
both are correct?
Where? In the first one, Tom cooked the meal after I arrived. I had arrived. In this sentence.
Yes.
Both are correct, and understand why. It is important that you become self-dependent right now here. Let me explain. So what happened? Tom cooked the meal after I arrived home. After I had arrived home. Both the sentences, I mean, whether you say I arrived or I had arrived, the message is clear because of after, that first you arrived and then Tom cooked the meal. Let me give you another example, which will be more, I will say it will be easier to understand. In India, children are born after their parents get married. First understand this. What is the sequence here? In India, children are born after their parents are married. Is that clear? What happens in India? Children are... Go ahead. After their parents are...
Married.
पहले इस बात को समझा करो, फिर और बोलते हैं. A lot of traditional people in India have their breakfast after they have a bath. A lot of people in India have breakfast after they have a bath. I'm using the present simple tense to talk about facts about Indian society. So the tense is the present simple, okay, guys? But I want you to understand the sequence with the word after. Sometimes it can be very confusing for a lot of students. In India, a lot of people, traditional people, okay, have breakfast after they have a bath. They don't have a breakfast without having a bath. That's the point. So forget about the past tense and past perfect. Come on, tell me some facts about your society using the word after. People come out of jail after they get bail. Get the bail. Huh. People come out of jail after they get the bail. What happens first? They get the bail. So then they come out. The point is, the first action is written after. The problem is people think after and then this में ये बाद में होता है. नहीं, इसके बाद.
So in our society,
Huh?
women clean their houses with water after they wake up.
Very good, Sumit. Very good. Hold on to that sentence, Sumit. I'm going to respond to Khushi because she has not understood the preposition after and the conjunction after. After 10 years, in this sentence, after is a preposition because there is no subject verb after 10 years. 10 years is not a subject verb. So this after is a preposition. Okay? Wives eat after their husbands. Wives eat after their husbands. In Indian society, wives eat after their husbands. So in this sentence, clearly, after is a preposition because it is followed by a noun after their husbands. Wives eat after their husbands. So this after is a preposition. First of all, understand the difference between after as a preposition and after as a conjunction. I was born after my brother. Okay, I was born after my brother. This after is a preposition. Everybody, is that clear to you? Because it is followed by a noun only. I woke up after 8 hours of sleep. I woke up after 8 hours of sleep. Now, this after is a preposition or conjunction?
Sir, preposition.
8 hours of sleep doesn't have a subject verb. Doesn't have a subject verb. It is a noun. It is an idea. It's a noun. Okay. 8 hours of sleep. So after is a preposition. So Khushi, your example is not about after as a conjunction. It is about a preposition. Got it?
Sir, what was her example?
She said they got married after 10 years of relationship. Okay. They got married after being in a relationship for 10 years. Still, it is a preposition. Remember, they got married after being in a relationship. There is no subject, there is no verb. Unless you have a subject verb, you can't call it a conjunction. Listen to this example, everybody. It will definitely help you in the long run. The difference between a preposition and a conjunction. The thing is, people have always, a lot of Indian students have always understood just the translation. खुशी, आपको सिर्फ इस बात से फर्क पड़ता है कि आफ्टर का हिंदी ये होता है, राइट? अभी तक यही था ना? अभी इस क्लास से पहले तक? अभी मैं आपको दो बातें बता रहा हूं. After is a preposition and after is a conjunction. I got good marks after the teacher taught me. ये हो गया conjunction, okay? Because here you have teacher and taught, the subject and the verb. I improved my English after I attended Vinay sir's class. I improved my English after I attended Vinay sir's class. Now here what happened, okay? I attended, subject verb. So this after is a conjunction. But if you say the same thing slightly differently, I improved my English after attending Vinay sir's class. Now this after is a preposition.
Preposition.
The
Yes.
message is the same, guys, in both the sentences. But
Yeah.
after is a preposition in one sentence and it is a conjunction in another. I am very glad that in many Indian exams nowadays, they give you sentences like this and they underline the word, one of the words in the sentence, and they give you 4 or 5 options, whether that word is a noun, verb, adjective, or adverb, or conjunction, or preposition. They ask you this way. And I'm very happy about such, exact questions, because these questions check your thorough understanding. Nobody can do a short-term grammar course and qualify the exams, answer these questions. Nobody, unless they have a comprehensive understanding of English, a thorough understanding of English, they'll not be able to answer such questions. The same words, read. I passed the exam after I took his classes. I passed the exam after taking his classes. The message is still the same. The words are very much the same, right? The only thing was, I took his classes after taking his classes. After I took his classes, after taking his classes. Yeah, good example. Whoever has written, please put it in the group. Aisha beta, put it in the group.
Sir, after I took, what was the both the examples, sir? I'm not able to find conjunction and preposition in this.
After took his
The
class,
last,
after taking his classes.
after taking his classes and after I took his classes.
Right. What is the difference in these two afters? One after is a preposition, the other after is a conjunction. How do we know? We look at the
Yeah, I'm
words.
not able.
I took his classes, then this after is a conjunction. After taking his classes, this after is a preposition, because taking his classes is a noun equivalent. It's not a subject verb idea. It's a noun equivalent. Taking his classes was a total waste of time. See, taking his classes was a total waste of time.
Yes, sir. Got it.
So I hope you understand the difference between a preposition and a conjunction. After works both ways, as a preposition and as a conjunction. Okay. So take these pills after breakfast. Take these pills after breakfast. This after is a
Preposition.
A preposition. Okay.
Yes.
Now take these pills after you have breakfast.
It's a conjunction.
The message is still the same. The message is still the same.
Yeah.
A lot of Indians will confuse this the second after you have breakfast. उनको लगता है ना, take these pills after you have breakfast. उनको क्या लगता है हिंदी में? Pills खाइए, उसके बाद नाश्ता करिए. लेकिन ये नहीं है. नाश्ता करने के बाद pills खाइए. Take these pills after you have breakfast. Breakfast करने के बाद have breakfast first and then take these pills. Okay? तो ये आफ्टर का कंफ्यूजन है, क्योंकि आपके दिमाग में जिस तरह से बचपन से आफ्टर को बैठाया गया है. तो प्लीज राइट डाउन एटलीस्ट 10 सेंटेंसेस फ्रॉम रियल लाइफ, not individual your life only, from common sentences which are common for everybody. Okay, using the word after, using the word before. Okay, so this joke goes this way. This is a silly joke, of course. Okay, language joke. So the doctor said, take these pills after you sleep and before you get up, before you wake. One pill after you sleep and one pill before you wake up. Every day. Now, can you do that?
No, sir.
Somebody else has to insert that pill when you are already sleeping. Right? Otherwise, it's not possible. So what should the doctor say? Take the pill before you sleep. Take the pill after you wake up. ये before और after का confusion clear हुआ? पहले ये हो जाए, उसके बाद we will talk about the tenses. The sequence should be clear first of all. So I encourage you all to write a good number of sentences, as many as you can think of, 5, 10, 12, 15, 20, I don't mind. But they should be statements about the real world, things that everybody knows. Yes, that's how it is. Not something that
Sir,
could be.
is the scenario same? Is this scenario same with before also?
It doesn't matter. The sequence doesn't matter, dear. That's the point. That's why I
Uh,
kept giving the examples. Take
yeah,
the pill after you wake up, after waking up. Eat one apple after you brush your teeth. Eat one apple after brushing your teeth. It's the same thing.
mm.
Eat an apple after brushing your teeth. Eat an apple after you brush your teeth. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it is. I'm asking what before, the word before.
Huh?
Yeah, there is also this thing that before sometimes act as a conjunction and sometimes preposition.
Yeah, the same. Let's have examples. Let's have examples with the
Yeah,
word before. Let's use the
yeah.
word before. Okay?
I did
Before.
the work before he
ऐसे बिफोर मत बोला
started.
करो, एक गलत तरीके से बोल रहे हो उसको। मैंने वी फोर सुना तुम्हारा बिफोर को, ओके, क्योंकि तुम बिफोर बोल रहे हो, हम बिफोर बोल, बिफोर, ओके, इट्स नॉट वी फोर, इट्स बिफोर।
Okay, sir. Okay.
स्ट्रेस इज सो डिफरेंट, यू नो, एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई अंडरस्टूड कि क्या दिक्कत है वी फोर में। हाँ, तो वही तो बात है, वी फोर, बट यू वर सेइंग बिफोर, एंड बट यू डिडंट से इट बिफोर, ओके, यू सेड
Okay,
बिफोर,
sir. Got it.
बिफोर, इट्स नॉट बिफोर, इट्स बिफोर।
Before.
यस एवरीबॉडी। जाफरी, स्टिल को हटा के येट लगाइए, ठीक है। Although in India there are nearly 700 million girls, yet I am single. I love examples like this. You know, these things suggest that the person is absolutely fine with what they're writing. I don't have to confirm anything with them. You see, these are ideas. Sometimes what you guys do, you write examples which leave me confused whether you understand what you have written or you have different ideas in your mind. This example is so good. There is no confusion at all. But don't use the word still. Yet I am single. Although in India there are nearly 700 million girls, yet I am single. Okay. Vikas, have you given any examples yet?
No, sir.
Why?
So I have an example on after.
Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Bihar government starting what minute? 1 minute. I have an example. Good example actually.
Okay.
Bihar government are starting advertising to not drink alcohol after they banned it.
They banned it. Very good.
They banned.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
सर, कैन यू एक्सप्लेन लाइक जैसे हिंदी में हम लोग कहते हैं पहले आप, आफ्टर, इन इंग्लिश आफ्टर यू।
तो फिर क्या लेना देना?
मैं थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज रहती थी सर।
किस बारे में करते हैं? मैं समझू तो पूछना क्या चाह रहे हो? आपने खुद ही कह दिया आफ्टर यू, मतलब पहले आप, हो गया।
सर,
अब
मुझे पता है सर, ये मैं रट के ही सीखी
ये
थी।
रखने की चीज है, ये फिक्स एक्सप्रेशन है, इसका कोई लेना देना नहीं किसी से। और ऐसे भी आफ्टर यू मतलब आपके बाद, यानी आप पहले। आफ्टर यू की हिंदी करिए, लिटरल हिंदी करिए कल्पना। व्हाट इज द लिटरल हिंदी ऑफ आफ्टर यू?
आपके बाद,
तो आपके बाद मतलब पहले आप,
पहले
आपके बाद हम, यानी पहले
आप।
दैट्स द पॉइंट। तो परेशानी कहाँ है?
नहीं सर, पहले होती थी सर।
क्या बात है, सिर्फ मुझसे बोलने से परेशानी खत्म हो जाती है, क्या बात है। मेरे से बात कर लो, परेशानी खत्म। गाइस देखो, देखो, आई डिडंट हेल्प, आई डिडंट से एनीथिंग, एंड शी अंडरस्टूड something that she had been confused about for such a long time. Just like this. So powerful. Okay. Yeah. So I was sad after I watched Sanam Teri Kasam. Yeah. Arish, good example. I was sad after I watched Teri Kasam. Okay, so the movie made him sad. Okay, he said, I was sad after watching Teri Kasam, Sanam Teri Kasam. The movie was so boring. One of your examples is not set with Hardik Pandya. कौन सा example भाई? Which example? The previous example. I don't remember. In India, people have children after they get married. Hardik Pandya got a child before getting married. What are you saying? Did he? He had a child before he got married. Oh, oh, that is true about Karina. Sorry, what is her name? This girl who got married to Alia Bhatt, I think. Alia Bhatt was also pregnant before she got married to Ranveer. She has already become a mother, right, guys? Alia?
No.
Huh? Alia has already become a mother. I mean, I'm not saying
Yes,
that
she has a daughter, sir.
she was pregnant before she got married. She was because she had a baby a couple of months after she got married. That's what people are saying. She didn't. It was not 9 months.
I don't.
It was not 9 months. The gap was not 9 months for sure. It was 6 or 7. Okay, बड़ा ही अजीब होता है यार ये सब. I
Sometimes 7 months is okay, sir. Satmasu होता है ना.
Kalpana, I never thought that these film industry people would care so much about these things. मुझे पता था कि वो लोग बड़े बिंदास रहते हैं लाइफ. But sometimes they also care so much about these things. भाई वो प्रेग्नेंट उसने सोचा गड़बड़ हो जाएगा शादी कर. So they got married first quickly. Okay. All right. So
Because they were serious about each other, sir. That is why they got married.
I can't make any such comments. I will not. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but how do I know that was the reason? There could have been other reasons as well. Only two
I
people.
know because they got married.
Kalpana, only two people know about their relationship. Other people can make assumptions. They can make guesses. Nobody knows anything. Whether you think their relationship is great or they're struggling, whatever you guys say will be all just, what do you call it? Guesswork. It will be all just assumptions. Only those two people actually know. Sometimes two people quarrel a lot with each other and still they will never separate. They love each other so much. So to the outsiders, oh, their relationship is so bumpy, so not okay. Sometimes two people never seem to be fighting with each other and everybody thinks, oh, they're so good together. But inside, they don't have any warmth for each other. So I really don't want to make any comments about married people who I do not know personally. You know what I mean? There are a couple of people I know personally. I talk to the wife, I talk to the husband, I know how they feel for each other. I know I can talk about them, but otherwise, about celebrities and all, I can say they look together, they seem happy together, but I cannot be sure whether they are in love or they are not. One couple that really seems very, very much in love with each other is Deshmukh and his wife.
Janelia.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Both of them are, baby-faced, good-looking couple. And unbelievable the way they are, both of them. Gonna cook dinner after the class is over. Great, Yasmin ma'am. Yasmin ma'am is going to cook dinner after the class is over. This after is a conjunction, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
You are going to cook dinner. Okay, Khushi Sharma. Tell me. So what do people normally do after they eat pizza? What do they do after they eat pizza?
Sleep.
Okay, people sleep after they eat pizza. I thought they have cold drinks maybe after they eat pizza. Okay.
I want to sleep.
Or maybe
Why?
while eating pizza. Okay. Or maybe they take photo, they start sharing the photos on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. Yeah. Or tell me more what they do. They call their friends and inform, hey, I ate a pizza. Okay. Or do they call it in the middle of it? Hey, I'm eating pizza. But no, that's risky. They can end up at your place, Yeah. So you will have to share. Okay. More. So after and before, not a problem. Now I think I've given enough examples, but you guys are going to write 10, 15, 20 sentences with the word before, with the word after. And you guys will write when the sentence is over, it is a preposition in that sentence or is it a conjunction in that sentence, okay? Next. He had cooked the meal before I arrived. He had cooked the meal before I arrived. Now, first action is cooking the meal. He had cooked the meal. before I arrived. Now, next, as he was talking, I was thinking about the last time we had met. So both the things were happening simultaneously. He was talking and I was thinking. As he was talking, I was thinking about the last time we had met. Okay, I'll tell you a thing that you guys will understand and relate to very easily. When two people are in love and when they're face to face, so when one person is talking, the other person, as one person speaks, the other one keeps looking at their face, especially their lips, very, very closely. This is very, very typical of two people in love. I don't know if you guys have noticed it or not. I don't know, but I know this is very true. I know this is very true. What do you guys have to say? Does it happen? Okay. All right. Shy people, Indian people. We are shy, but we are 140 crores, right? Although Indians are shy, we are 140 crore in numbers. Okay. Rosanna, do you get this joke, Rosanna? Although Indians are shy, they are 140 crores in number. Imagine if we were not shy, we would rule the world. Oh God. 200 million. 200 billion. What? Sorry, 2 billion. It will be 2 billion.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
You didn't understand. Okay, Indian people are 140 crore. 1.4 billion. Let's say it. 1.4 billion we are in number. Our population is 1.4 billion. Okay. It's probably the biggest number. We are the most populated country in the world. And if you talk to Indians about relationships, about love and all, love making, nobody talks about these things. Okay. They're very shy. So they are shy, but they are 1.4 billion. Imagine if they were not shy. What a big number they would be. Does it sound humorous to you in any way? This is a joke that we Indians crack all the time. That we are shy, then we are 1.4 billion. Imagine if we were not shy. Because when I talked about that, everybody was silent. Nobody said a word. Shy Indians, You talk about love, relationships, and mostly people will go quiet. Mostly. You will not see, there are situations, there are places where people talk a lot very openly, but in most settings, people will go quiet. It's a classroom,
Sir,
right?
but they are not shy to their partner.
They're not shy. What else, Zafri?
In front of her partner or
They're not
his
shy
partner.
with their partners, right, Zafri? That's right.
जहाँ देखेंगे बाबू सोना तोड़ देंगे कोना कोना.
हाँ, जहाँ देखेंगे बाबू सोना तोड़ देंगे कोना कोना. Who is given this dialogue? Okay, all right. Okay. So, Rosana, Babu, Sona, Lena, Babu and Sona are the two words lovers use for each other. Boyfriends and girlfriends use for each other. Babu and Sona, okay?
Like baby or honey.
Like honey, like sweetie, like darling, like sweetheart, In India, people use words like Babu and Sona for each other, okay? Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of Indians do not find it very nice that they talk like this. This is more like PDA, public display of affection. It irks a lot of people. It annoys a lot of people. So, there are a lot of jokes about Babu Sona. And now I have to explain Kona Kona. I think I'll give up. Okay. So, anyways, in India, people don't, however, I personally do not really support this kind of attitude. If two people are in love, two people are like, what did he say? Shashi Tharoor, that India is the only country where you can piss in public, but kiss in public. And it summarizes everything. This is nonsense. It's okay for you to take out your private part in public, but it's not okay to kiss your wife or husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend. What nonsense is this? Isn't it? Oh, in the open. In public means in the open, right? You don't stand on the side of the road, yeah? And you start. How sensible is that? And how respectful is it to other people? If somebody kissing another person, someone with their consent, the two partners kissing each other is disrespect. And somebody doing this in
Even
public is
someone is fighting each other, they say it is their private matter, personal matter.
I know
If
there should be a
they are
limit.
fighting.
I know there should be a limit to it. I am not saying that it's okay for people to make out in public and go all out in public. I'm not supporting it. But sometimes kissing is kissing is a display of affection, care for each other. And in India, you won't allow that. I'm not sure a soldier who is going on a war or something can even kiss his girlfriend or wife at the station, and people will be okay with that. They will also start making a scene of that or an issue with that as well. That's my point. I don't approve of this. People are very judgmental here. Anyways, let's have. So as he was talking, I was thinking about the last time we'd met. He didn't start cooking the meal until I arrived home. He didn't start cooking the meal. He didn't start cooking the meal until I arrived.
Oh, sorry.
This sentence suggests that the guy should have started earlier, and I'm kind of complaining that he started late. He didn't start cooking the meal until I arrived home. This sentence, what is the tone here, guys? Everybody, Rusana, Lena, appreciate what I'm telling you here. Try and understand. This sentence suggests that the person is kind of complaining that he started late. He should have started earlier. He didn't start cooking the meal until I arrived home. Okay? This sentence suggests that the person is complaining why he didn't start earlier. He should have started earlier, according to him. He didn't start cooking the meal until I arrived home. Guys, हिंदी में क्या बोलेंगे? मतलब जब तक घर नहीं आया खाना बनाना नहीं शुरू किया था. घर खाना बनाना शुरू किया. Right? Now your husband will say this line someday, Tani, about you. She didn't. No, he will call your papa and he will complain. Your daughter doesn't start cooking the meal until I arrive home. Okay. So that will be the complaint, right? So here there is a complaint in this tone, in this arrangement. So when something happens late, you can use a negative sentence here, didn't start, and you have the word until. Okay. For example, you could say, I didn't really learn English this way until I joined this class. Okay, like this. These conjunctions are very easy. So talks about results. He was bored, so he went for a walk. Because tells you the reason. He went for a walk because he was bored. Don't really confuse these two. He went for a walk. Why? Because he was bored. He was bored. What did he do? He went for a walk as a result. So means as a result. But and although, don't use them together in the same sentence. It was raining, but we played tennis. Although it was raining, we played tennis. So, yep. I think I did quite well despite my, cold. I didn't sneeze that often either. Okay. Any observations, any comments, anybody, before I wrap up today? I have already shared the page in the group, the practice book page. It's in the group, yeah.
Sir, so overall conclusion is that after the joining word, if there is only a noun, then it is preposition, and if there is a sentence, then it is conjunction.
Let me explain it. Prepositions are followed by nouns or noun equivalents. Prepositions are followed by nouns or noun equivalents. All connecting words don't work as prepositions. For example, because can never be a preposition. It's never a preposition.
Yeah.
Correct? So
Yes,
is never a preposition. So what you said would have confused you. You thought all conjunctions can work as prepositions if there are nouns after them. No, they are not prepositions at all. They are only conjunctions. Because is only conjunction. You cannot
but
use.
after because there is no chance that noun will occur.
Yeah,
Only noun will
right.
occur.
Yeah, right. That's the point. Okay.
Yeah,
As
got
soon
it.
as is always a conjunction. It is not a preposition. The words before and after can work both ways. They are both prepositions and conjunctions. Okay. Fine then. I guess we can wrap up and we will continue tomorrow. You guys have understood what I taught? And if you have
Yes, sir.
any confusions, you will discuss them with me tomorrow. And I will share the recording as well. Do watch the recording if you think you can benefit from revising the lesson. Okay. Yesterday's recording is already in the group, guys. Monday's recording is on my, cloud. So I'll have to just do a little extra. Normally I save it on my computer, but on Monday there was a little trouble, and anyway, the recording will not be full, I think, because the class broke 3 times, 4 times, my computer switched off, so that's why. Okay, guys, let's say good night. Good night, everybody.
Bye, sir. Good night, sir.
Bye, sir.
Good night, everyone. Bye. Bye-bye.